Okay, welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. So many things, so little time.
Inquisitor.
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 Well, I sent Josephine. She's probably the best choice for that. Now I go talk with Blackwall. Oh, also talk with Vivienne first.
My dear, I'm afraid I must ask you for help. There is an alchemical formula that I must complete, but I have been unable to obtain a critical ingredient. The heart of a snowy wyvern. I had arranged to obtain one, but the chevaliers working with me were killed in the Civil War.
If I'm going to hunt down a snowy wyvern, I need you to tell me everything you know about it.
They're quite rare and exceedingly dangerous. Their venom is the most potent of any wyvern. Ordinary hunters would not make the attempt. The risk is too great. You, my dear, would certainly be an equal to this monster.
I didn't know you were an alchemist, Vivienne. What exactly is this project you're working on?
It is a special request from a member of the Council of Heralds. I am still the Imperial Court Enchanter, after all. The matter is private. That is all there is to say.
You want me to risk my life to get this thing for you, but won't tell me what it's for.
My dear, it is hardly proper for me to blab the secrets of those who put trust in my discretion. I would do no less for you, after all.
I'm not a hunter. Why do you think I can help?
This beast is not hunted for sport, as other wyverns sometimes are. It is far more deadly. In the past, chevaliers have been dispatched to either kill the creatures or drive them away from villages. Since my chevaliers have fallen to political conflict, I find myself in need of someone with a martial aptitude.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, my dear. I would be most grateful. I shall give the location of its lair to Cullen. Remember, my dear, I must have its heart, or the potion will not work. I eagerly await your success.
You're going to kill it yourself, Vivienne. Anyway, I will go and talk with Blackwall.
You have to admit it.
It looks like a lot of things, except what you're thinking.
Inquisition? Inquisition?
I'll go for the white horse, then.
Want a drink? I've a hankering for company. When I was a boy, there were these urchins who roamed the streets near my father's house. One day, they found a dog. A wretched little thing. It came to them for food. They caught it, tied a rope around its neck, and strung it up. Do you know what I did?
You stopped them? Cut the dog down?
I did nothing. Not a damn thing. It was crying. I saw the kicking legs, the neck straining and twisting. And I turned around, went inside, and closed the door. I could have told my father, or alerted someone. I didn't. I just pretended it wasn't happening.
You said you were just a boy.
I was old enough to know the dog was suffering and that it was wrong. I may as well have tied the noose myself. We could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
Nothing worth doing is easy.
Look at you. You would have done the right thing. We're lucky there are people like you in the world. There's always some dog out there. Some fucking mongrel that doesn't know how to stay away.
Right. If you're so smart, tell me how Corinthians can...
Just reload and you'll get something here. You'll see. Or not. I need to get out of here, I suppose. Ah, there we go.
The Spy Master has confirmed it. Blackwall is gone.
Go on. Liliana knows where he is, doesn't she? She knows everything.
She doesn't know everything, yet. Sister Liliana had us search the Warden's quarters. Not much to find, except this. It was missing from last week's reports. I don't know what Blackwall's interest in this particular matter is, but it could be a good place to start.
The blonde elf with the Inquisition. Didn't I see you with her once?
They're a fun lot. Well, sometimes. It's hard to
No
explain.
time, please.
I'll attend the execution.
You know well that it is. You took possession of my summer shadow.
Well, that wasn't incredibly useful, but I did gain some books anyway.
Harm their own. There is an issue that you should address. I think it's worth your time, Inquisitor.
Those are actually useful, though I won't equip them right now. Okay, time to go to the execution. Wait, there is actually a third shop? Alright, so... Ah. Yeah, various things.
Cyril Mornay, for your crimes against the Empire of Orlais. For the murders of General Vincent Callier, Lady Laurette Callier, their 4 children, and their retainers. You are sentenced to be hanged from the neck until dead. Do you have anything to say in your defense? Very well.
Who's this man to Blackwall? A brother? A friend?
Look at all these people. I thought we were more civilized than this.
Proceed.
Stop!
A Grey Warden.
This man is innocent of the crimes laid before him. Orders were given and he followed them like any good soldier. He should not die for that mistake.
Then find me the man who gave the order.
Blackwall! No, I am not Blackwall. I never was Blackwall. Warden Blackwall is dead, and has been for years. I assumed his name to hide like a coward from who I really am.
You, after all this time.
It's over. I'm done hiding. I gave the order. The crime is mine. I am Tom Rainier.
Can you believe
That
it?
is concerning,
Tom Rainier himself.
Concerning. He's a butcher.
You must know something about Rainier.
I know what everyone knows. He'll hang for the massacre of a noble and his family.
Where did they take the prisoner?
In the jail of the marketplace. If you've goodbyes to say them now. It's a damned mess, but believe you me, it'll be sorted out quick. Lots of people can't wait to see that man swing. Guess not.
I do have the weapon. Oh, also I gained something here. Is this worth it in any way? No. Sorry, Honora. Thanks for the blade. It's not useful at all. Well, isn't that interesting? Tongue of serpents. I'll give these to Cole. We'll make great use of them. So, Blackwall was a liar. There were certain questions that needed to be answered about, well, where he stood. Rejuvenating barrier. When you call, yes, the beneficial energy. Yeah. Dorian. Vivienne. And me. What should I do?
Winter Palace assaulted. Duchess Florian disgraced.
Celine and Briala dead. All hail Emperor Gaspard. I guess this explains why Blackwall didn't like Gaspard, because he was serving under him. He got the order from that. Great. Oh, Blackwall, you bloody fool. Do the right thing, right? Throw your neck on the line. Well, not on my watch. Betrayal, though. I didn't see this coming. I really didn't see this coming. I knew, because I had done the Halam Shiral mission before, I had seen this. Then I did a recording, and the first time I just didn't see it coming. It was rather shocking. It still is shocking.
I didn't take Blackwall's life. I traded his death. He wanted me for the Wardens, but there was an ambush. Darkspawn. He was killed. I took his name to stop the world from losing a good man. But a good man, the man he was, wouldn't have let another die in his place.
You think your death will make up for what you did?
Isn't it a start? Why are you here?
You're going to explain yourself.
Don't you understand? I gave the order to kill Lord Callier, his entourage, and I lied to my men about what they were doing. When it came to light, I ran. Those men, my men, paid for my treason, while I was pretending to be a better man. This is what I am. A murderer, a traitor, a monster.
Would a monster have given himself up? Somewhere along the line, you stopped pretending. I need to know the details of what you did. Who you killed. Why?
I betrayed the Empire and assassinated a general, all for gold. The man was General Vincent Callier. My employer was a Chevalier, Robert Chapuis. Sir Robert believed that Grand Duke Gaspard was the rightful ruler of Orlais and would eventually take the throne. He thought that by eliminating one of Celine's loyal supporters, he might endear himself to the true Emperor. I can't say if Robert's plan would have worked. I didn't care. There was good coin offered, and I took it. By the time Sir Robert's involvement was uncovered, I was long gone. Of course, the Grand Duke disavowed any knowledge of the act and publicly condemned it. Robert killed himself. Poison in his wine. Another victim of the great game.
You got your men to help you. What did you tell them?
They didn't know who they were attacking. I told them it was an important mission. They trusted me without question. Just as your men trust you.
Armies are weapons. Weapons don't wield themselves.
Weapons don't have lives, families, dreams. An army is not just a weapon.
Our reports say that Callier was with his family. You had them all slaughtered.
I didn't know Callier would be traveling with his family. I assumed only soldiers, armed guards. My men had been told to eliminate everyone. They'd seen war. They thought they were defending their country. No one likes to think about that. But it's names that carry power in this world. Bloodlines. Heirs. No matter how leaders like Celine or Gaspard pretend the game is played, that's how real war is waged.
But you weren't at war. Not really.
I've been on enough battlefields to know the same crime at the right time would have earned a medal. But that's what I did. And why I deserve to be here.
There's another thing I'm still wondering.
Yes?
Who were you before this mess?
I was a captain in the Orlaisian army. Well regarded, respected. But it wasn't enough. One mistake. One mistake and everything I worked for fell apart.
The man on the gallows, Mornay. Who was he?
My second in command. He was a good man. When I heard he'd been caught, I was resolved to stop his execution. Couldn't let another die for my mistake.
I need to know about Blackwall. The real Blackwall.
We met in a tavern when I was on the run. I was nothing. A waste of life. But he wanted to recruit me. We headed to Valchavan for the joining. But Blackwall insisted on making a stop along the way. An old ruin from one of the previous blights. He said it led to the deep roads. I was to go down alone, find a dark spawn, and fill a vial with its blood. When I returned, I found the warden ambushed by more of the creatures. He took a blow for me. He shouldn't have died. It should have been me.
Not saying I disagree, but Blackwall clearly thought you were worth saving.
No one should have died for me. He would have wanted me to carry on to Valchavan, I'm certain. But without Blackwall, there was no proof that I'd been recruited. That I didn't kill him. I couldn't go to the Wardens. But I couldn't just walk away. So, Rainier died. And Blackwall lived.
That's all for now.
I have Liliana's report on Tom Rainier.
Give me the overview.
Looks like our friend was once a respected captain in the Imperial Orlaisian army. Before the Civil War, he was turned, persuaded to assassinate one of Celine's biggest supporters. He led a group of fiercely loyal men on this mission, and told them nothing of it. His men took the fall for him. A few lucky ones, like Mornay, managed to escape.
She's my spy master. She should have foreseen this.
How? With this Grey Warden mess, there was no way to say he wasn't Blackwall. Sometimes we don't question those we want to trust. Even Liliana has something of a blind spot when it comes to wardens. What do we do now? Blackwall... Rainier has accepted his fate, but you don't have to. We have resources. If he's released to us, you may pass judgment on him yourself.
If it were up to you, what would happen?
What he did to the men under his command was unacceptable. He betrayed their trust, betrayed ours. I despise him for it. And yet he fought as a warden, joined the Inquisition, gave his blood for our cause. And the moment he shakes off his past, he turns around and owns up to it. Why?
Some part of you is impressed by what he did, isn't it?
Saving Mornay the way he did took courage, I'll give him that. But I can't tell you what to do.
Have Rainier released to us.
We must move quickly. We can explore our options back at Skyhold.
Well, isn't that just glorious? Fucking hell, Blackwall. What have you done? Liliana has a blind spot. Well, guess who I'm going to confront very angrily right now. What good is a spy master if those closest to me are liars? Hiding your identity is one thing, who you truly are. The wardens take anyone, but hiding the fact that you are not the warden. Why did Logain not mention this? Why did none of the wardens understand that he is not the warden? He isn't the warden. He doesn't have the darkspawn blood. Wardens can detect this.
Inquisitor?
Obviously, with all of them occupied, I can't spring him out yet. Rainier's release. Well, I'll do it. Only Liliana can. Okay, wait. A few deals. What can I say?
For judgment this day, Inquisitor, I must present Captain Tom Rainier, formerly known to us as Warden Blackwall. His crimes... well, you are aware of his crimes. It was no small expense to bring him here, but the decision of what to do with him is now yours.
Not even a word of thanks, I see.
I don't know if I can thank you. What did you have to do to release me?
Josephine called in a few favors. There are enough people out there who owe the Inquisition.
And what happens to the reputation the Ambassador has so carefully cultivated? The world will learn how you've used your influence. They'll know the Inquisition is corrupt.
Once the world is back to normal, no one will even remember this.
I'll remember.
I accepted my punishment. I was ready for all this to end. Why would you stop it? What becomes of me now?
You have your freedom.
It cannot be as simple as that.
It isn't. You're free to atone as the man you are, not the traitor you thought you were, or the warden you pretended to be.
The man I am. I barely know him. But I have a lot to make up for. If my future is mine, then I pledge it to the Inquisition. My sword is yours. If I'd said anything less, would an arrow from the rookery have snuffed me like a candle?
Take your post, Tom Rainier.
Could have made him a warden. Should have made him a warden, perhaps. Maybe. I don't know. Consequences of his lie. Great.
Inquisitor?
Leliana, we will have words about this. And I think Blackwall has a point right there. I think Leliana would have killed him.
I'm listening.
Anything I should know?
Celine's loyalists are causing trouble in Orlais. Emperor Gaspard is employing harsh tactics. I would expect nothing less from him. We've gained a ruthless ally.
Anything I should know?
Having the Templars join the Inquisition has the people trusted.
Alright. I would prefer to keep Blackwall as part of the Inquisition. Though I could always make him a make him a Grey Warden. I don't know. There's always that possibility.
Maker and Lady. Corypheus
I-
is taking the lot of them apart.
The Inquisition is on its tail. That thing is a coward.
Inquisitor?
Is there anything you actually know about the Wardens, or did you make it all up?
I made very little up. I also feared you knew enough to contradict me. Warden Blackwall told me a bit before my initiation, but it is a secretive order. Not even the most senior wardens know all there is to know.
Now we know why you were never worried about Corypheus's calling.
Yes. I have none of the Warden's abilities and none of the drawbacks. Still, I would have fought through the darkest pits of the deep roads like any true Warden. There's more to it than being able to sense darkspawn. Warden Blackwall would have agreed.
The Wardens at Adamant listened to you. They saw you as one of their own.
Perhaps it takes an outsider to show how much of yourself you've lost. I never understood the reality of being a Warden. I only saw the ideal. I suppose I reminded them of something they'd forgotten.
You don't know what Warden Blackwall would have believed.
Neither do you. But I know he was a good man.
Why did Blackwall want to recruit you?
He never told me. I don't know what he saw that day, besides some wreck starting a bar fight. That night, I taught some village militia a painful lesson about harassing a tavern girl. Didn't know I had an audience.
It's obvious he recruited you for your skill in battle.
Was probably just curious how some filthy vagrant could cut down so many militiamen. I didn't ask, and I suppose we'll never know.
We'll continue this another time.
The war in Orlais has claimed too many lives. I pray that it's over for good.
How shall I refer to you? Rainier or Blackwall?
I've gotten used to Blackwall. Perhaps we could treat it as less of a name and more of a title. Almost like Inquisitor. Reminds me of what I ought to be.
Doesn't matter to me.
Thank you.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
I would prefer if he joined the Wardens on his own volition. That's the path I'm going to push him on if he makes that. I think it would happen. And that's really about it. Costin here, signing out. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Thank you all for watching and stay tuned for more.